You don't like podcasts, where we have conversations you don't like that need to be had.
Let's slow down because you talking loud, but you're not saying a lot.
No, you talking loud, and you still talking around. What did the Caucasian male do to America to bring it down?
I'm not getting into that.
You dancing around it.
No,
and that's why I lose respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian males' ass.
But I don't.
Don't do that in front of me because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the dick of black people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
Nah, homie, let me tell you something, homie.
Ain't nobody gonna tell you.
I don't suck dick.
Yeah, you do.
Suck
yeah,
dick.
you do.
So fix
you doing it right now.
I don't suck dick, homie.
You doing it right now.
Homie, believe me.
All right. So that particular clip came in very, very hot. For our audience, if you all are unfamiliar with Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb, Anton Daniels has a fairly large platform on YouTube. I would say he's more of a political commentator. And Corey Holcomb is what we would call an OG in our community. He's a comedian, a very successful comedian in his own right, and he's had a platform for several years. He is, like I said, an OG in this game. Anton Daniels was a guest on the 5150 show. And as you all can see and hear from that particular clip, things went left very, very quickly. Soon as some D sucking came out of Anton Daniels' mouth, it went downhill from there, and they were not able to recover. And whatever they had, whatever agenda they had on that was supposed to be on the table for that show, they didn't get to talk about that. So let's get into this.
Yeah, for the most part, for those of you that watch our videos, I said it before, I'm a big fan of the 5150 show. And I do know about Anton Daniel. I know you got a big platform too. What a disappointment came in for me was that I felt like Corey shouldn't have even invited this man on here. That's just me. The 5150 show don't need Anton. They have their own target audience, and I just felt like, I don't know, that's my perspective. I didn't like it at all. So I kind of knew it was gonna go a certain type of way because their viewpoint is totally different. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. Now, as far as what Anton Daniel said, I don't think he realized that's the ultimate disrespect in a man's face, especially somebody in Corey's age group. People forget Corey's is in his mid going on to late 50s. The respect level was gone. You don't step up to no dude in that age group of that stature and say no mess like that. I do feel like Anton Daniels, his platform is big enough where he's getting to be a part of that machine, and I feel like he got them folks behind him, and he was just a plant on the show. And the disappointment for me where it came at was Corey fell for it. He let this man come on the show talking reckless, and then the show ended up like this. This man didn't even need to be on there. Wasn't nobody checking for him, and that's just me. I'm gonna let my co-host say what she got to say.
I couldn't agree more, and I'm gonna be completely honest. I used to actually watch Anton Daniels, and I'm gonna keep it real. I've been canceled him, because I saw through his BS. I feel like he panders. It's okay. I think that Corey Holcomb had a mindset of, I'm going to bring someone onto my show that has a opposing viewpoint that I have, and we can have a dialogue about different perspectives and different views. However, Anton Daniels came with a different type of energy, which I knew before I saw this video in its entirety, because I watched the whole thing. And I already knew that this guy was going to come with that very prideful energy, with no humility, no respect whatsoever. And to piggyback off of what you said, he has a pretty large platform. And when you start seeing people elevated to that level, that status, they do have them people behind them. Oh, yeah. I agree with you 100%. And honestly, the conspiracy theorists that I sometimes consider myself, I feel like he was planted there. He was sent there to disrupt and cause chaos. That's how the enemy works. The enemy works, and when he comes to rob, steal, kill, and destroy. So I am a fan of Corey Holcomb. I'm so proud of him for standing his ground, in a sense of, we cannot, especially in the Black community, we cannot make it acceptable or normalize speaking to one another in that manner. That is the ultimate disrespect, okay? As what grown man goes into any type of debate or conversation and says that out of his mouth? Then he said it, you are de-sucking the Black community. Like, why? Like, that it's mind-boggling what he said. It was so disrespectful. And then we're taught that we're supposed to respect our elders. Yes, Corey Holcomb does. He do have a fly mouth, you know what I'm saying? But he was making valid points. Yes, he came with a little slickness. However, he didn't go that low and be that disrespectful to that man. To me, that is disrespecting a man's manhood. You don't speak to no man like that, especially an OG, especially your elder. And I'm glad he stood on business, because I'm a boy mom. I only have sons. I do not want my sons to be spoken to in that way. And then I don't want my sons to think that that's acceptable. You don't speak to no man like that. My daddy is about Corey Holcomb's age. I could not imagine a man speaking to my father that way, and then my father not taking it some type of way. I don't know where Anton Daniels, like what neighborhood, what type of family he comes from, but the people that I grew up around, you say some stuff like that, they going off in your mouth. Period. End of discussion. Like, if it would have went that way, if it would have went left like that, I would have just been shrugging my shoulders like, dude asked for it. That's my think piece on it. I felt like he was sent there. I felt like he was sent with an agenda, and unfortunately he executed that agenda. Corey Holcomb has spoken out so much and so many times against the industry, and Anton Daniels will sit there. Anton Daniels was their get back. That's what I see it as.
Absolutely. And shout out to the restraint of Corey Holcomb, because that stuff get you popped in the mouth. Anton Daniels, all this, I'm from Detroit, and he for the people, he be in the streets. No, bro, no, you don't, because somebody would have been checked you.
Not
in
talking
these
the
real
way he
streets,
talking.
somebody would have been got to you. So chill out with all that. Then you was up there with your little bodyguard. You wasn't finna do nothing. That was all cap. That was just all cap. But here's the thing, though, because I didn't watch Anton a couple of times. This man interviewed the so-called booty bandit, and the booty bandit was throwing shots at him. So saying, oh, I like the way you look and all this extra stuff. And he was sitting up there giggling. giggling like a little schoolgirl.
I've been said that dude is suspect. That's another part of the reason why I stopped watching him, was because I could tell you pandering. Two, the disrespect that you have for women, that makes me really, really, really suspect that you play for the other team. And then to hear that, and I didn't even see that particular video or interview that he had this guy or whatever was going on, and he was giggling. What straight grown man giggles at advances from a gay man? That ain't nothing to be playing. Look, I like men, manly men, masculine men that like you ain't gonna play with them like that. They don't play about their respect. You know, Anton Daniels is for them folks. That really showed who he's for.
Oh yeah, he for them folks.
And anybody that's, and let me rewind a little bit. Let me bring it down a little bit, because some of the things that Anton Daniels, the reason why I used to watch some of his content was because of the conservatism. That like he's conservative in his ways. So, and I'm conservative in my ways. So there are some things that he says that I can agree with. But that display of ignorance, of disrespect, and the lack of humility that he showed, can't get down with it. Like at all. At all. At all. It was uncalled for.
Absolutely. And and this is not because I'm a fan of Corey or whatever, because I'm gonna keep it solid all the way around. But I saw in the comments a lot of people, Anton Daniels is very intelligent, and Corey couldn't handle it. This man had Rizzo on the show multiple times. Mm-hmm. That's a very intelligent dude. Mm-hmm. And a lot of different females that he tried to promote and showcase that very intelligent. Mm-hmm. So quit with all that, like Anton Daniels, the reason for the season. This man don't even. Anton Daniels is basically like a Michael Jordan. And I'm not trying to bring this man up, but I just spoke on Michael Jordan the other time. He only for the they not for the folks. Mm-mm. This man already said that. Y'all can go watch the show yourself. He already said he don't even identify as black.
Yep. Yes, he did. He's talking. He identifies as Christian, first. And you already know, me and you have had separate conversations about that. Like, I don't subscribe to this whole Christianity movement. I'm a believer. I am a firm believer in that word. But I do not label myself as Christian, and I do not follow Christians at all. Just when you say you a Christian, I'm looking at you with the side eye. Right then and there. Like, he threw that up like, I'm a Christian first. Do you think in society, when they look at him, the first thing they say, oh, that's a Christian man right there. Exactly. You, quote unquote, you a Christian man, but you in there with your side piece, though.
Exactly.
You in there with a side chick. You got a whole other female that you traveling around with, and this ain't the first time that this has been said about this man. That was another reason why I quit messing with him. You a married man, but you don't move like a married man. Not only that, the way you have such a high level of disrespect for black women, I would have never guessed that he was married to a black woman. But you want to sit here and talk about you Christian. I thought Christians were supposed to be lovers of all. They love everybody. They respect everybody. They know how to speak to one another. You went in there on your brother's platform and you were very, very, very disrespectful. You showed that man no respect in his house.
Because he didn't like Corey from the get-go. He was there and executed the agenda.
Period.
And that was it.
Period. That's it. That's all.
Because Anton, all he's a very argumentative person.
Yes.
And
yes.
I think he got a couple of lies with folks that they be on the channel. That's all they do.
Is argue. He sit up and argue like a female. And he does not know how to debate and exude masculinity. Nothing about what he was saying showed me masculinity. What straight man says that to another straight man? I'm stuck there. And I understand why Corey Holcomb could not get past that. I rewatched the clips, and as I rewatched it, did you see how Darlene was taken aback? Like she was just like, her eyes got big. You gotta watch her body language.
Darlene, not to put ages out there, she's even older than Corey.
Right.
This man, Anton, I don't know what type of age.
He's old enough to know better.
Oh yeah, he's definitely old enough to know better. But I'm just saying, I don't know how old he is. I'm guessing early 40s.
Yeah, he's definitely.
You got to show them the respect.
Absolutely. You didn't even show respect that there was women in the room.
He don't care.
You know, I was raised up on men that when women were around, they didn't even speak a certain way around women. They didn't use certain language around women. But you Christian though, right? You Christian. You don't even know how to conduct yourself around women, and then older women at that. You don't, you should feel a certain type of way when you're around older people. Like it make you like be mindful of what comes out of your mouth. Like you don't curse in front of older people, and you definitely don't be saying nothing about no D sucking. Like I'm stuck there. I cannot get past that.
He don't care. He showed that he was on that type of time when he came up there. That's why, like I said, I'm disappointed in Corey for even allowing this man to come up there.
Period. And you can have people on the show that have a opposing viewpoint, but not people like an Anton Daniels. Period. That man should have never even made it to the show at all. Your audience don't even subscribe to this man's point of view. And if I'm going to watch somebody that has an opposing point of view, let that person come with facts. Let that person be knowledgeable. Let that person be respectful. Anton Daniels is none of that.
Exactly. Because it's not the matter of fact that they have disagreements. Because when RZA get on there, they respectfully disagree, exactly. And that's fine.
Yes.
But don't nobody go on there talking about everything that you was talking about, and then you drag the co-host in there, both of them.
Yeah, you disrespected Darlene, you disrespected Craig, and that's another point that I want to make really quick before we wrap. I feel like that man was sent there. He was a plant. This was all planned and orchestrated. It's almost as if he had his team of people make sure that Craig was going to be out of the building, because all of this lined up too perfectly for this man. It just lined up too perfectly. And then Craig wasn't there, but he did pull up though. If my friends ain't pulling up for me like that, that's more than just a co-host. That's more than just a co-worker. That is a true friend. The way he pulled up and was like, what is going on up here? If you can't be a friend like that to me, I don't even want your friendship. I don't want it.
Exactly. So, like I said, we ain't gonna hold y'all on it. Go over there if y'all a fan of Corey or not a fan. It don't matter. Just watch and see how this whole thing, ended up. What you got to say?
No, real quick. Do you see how that comment came out of Anton's mouth after Corey kept provoking and proving a point that he for them folks? Mm-hmm. The more he said he was for them folks and he pandered toward them people, that is what got under that man's skin, and that's when that comment came out. That's all I had to say.
Yeah, he definitely pandering for them folks. You can tell that. You can go on his show and tell that.
But when it got brought to the forefront, when Corey put an emphasis on it, Buddy got mad. That's when that comment came out. You da-da-da for the black folks. All right.
Oh yeah.
That got under his skin.
Then he contradicts himself and say he for the black folk. He got 50 employees. They all black. Blah blah blah.
And he in them streets.
But
wait a minute. He said he in the streets and he with the people, right? But he said, I don't know anybody that's been to jail. I don't associate with people that's been to jail. But if you in the streets and you talking to random people, you don't know who's been to jail and who has not.
Thank you.
So when you talking crazy, you gonna end up talking crazy to the wrong person. And that stuff gonna click, and they gonna click on you. That's it. I'm done with it.
And I'm about to say he should know that because he from Detroit. And
I'm
know
Detroit.
Yeah, I know they get down out there, but you ain't around that. You in your little high rise.
Thank you.
So anyway, I ain't finna talk about this bald head fool. Anyway, look, we gonna catch y'all on the next one. Check the show out. Y'all agree or disagree? Like, share, and throw y'all thoughts in a comment. Yeah, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Stay prayed up. We out.
You Don't Like Podcasts, where we have conversations you don't like that need to be had.